Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Rena and today we are finally doing the last episode of the VTubing Academy. So for those of you that have been following along, this is finally the last episode. I'm going to try to make this video as quick as possible because I don't know how long my voice is going to last. I've been sick for the past little while, so let's get to it. And today we are talking about persona creation. So if you've been following along, you start to build your character, but you always had to have a theme in mind of what you want to have as a personality type for your model. So let's go through how to create that personality. If you haven't actually, this probably should have been episode 1 really, because you should have had this theme created before even creating your character, because that would have actually really helped you to sell what you're trying to create. So for example, what is a persona? So a persona is a characteristic or a personality type that is a target for users to appeal to or to have an emotional connection to. Basically, you're creating a character for a specific niche group or target users, and you're having a goal in mind. So whether your channel is going to be a gaming channel, an art channel, or chill chat, fashion, you always had a theme in mind that you wanted to create. And then you're also trying to create behavior patterns for your character model to follow suit. So if you've been watching different VTubers, you might have come across a few of them that have very niche styles, or they're very much like anime characters, and I think that is a great selling point for anyone who likes to do acting or very creative personality types. That is a great way to go about doing that. I'm not that creative, so I just usually stick with my own personality. So I would say when creating a persona, either go with a personality type that you're good at acting and maintaining that character for as long as, let's say, you're going to stream, even if you don't plan on streaming. Having a character type that you can do that voice for at least a minimum of 2 hours is what you want to pick a character theme for. So I know that I cannot follow along with a character type for that long because my brain is all over the place, so I'm not even gonna try. So I usually just stick with myself. I don't think I'm a super interesting person, but interesting enough that I have a lot of different ideas that happen that I can kind of still maintain a storyline to present to you guys and help to build a topic and make it interesting and engaging for you guys to follow along. So a persona is really helpful in strategizing and making smart decisions when editing videos, which I do find that is very helpful, having a concept to follow along. So then you create like an editing style. So for example, you don't even have to be a VTuber for this, but like Coryxkenshin is a great example for that. He has his whole samurai theme. He has his whole style when it comes to videos and great composure for the way how he talks to his audience, that you know what you're expecting when you watch his videos.
How's it going? How you been? It's been about a month.
Dashie's also another one of those people that, like, he knows that he's very loud and he uses that at his advantage. He knows that there's a lot of people who find screaming very entertaining, so I mean, make it very interesting for them and funny for them by using what he's good at. A good female is Evelyn. She doesn't have a whole character that she tries to create for herself. She's more like myself in that sense, where she's just being herself, and she has key features, I would say, about her personality. Like, she's bilingual in so many languages, so that's her niche, being bilingual in different languages and being able to play different variety of games and being able to translate those games into a common language that most people are watching. So those are a few examples of YouTubers that kind of do this on a regular basis without them either thinking about it or just they had planned it in advance. One beautiful thing about having a persona, whether you planned it or it's just something that's part of your personality, is that it helps you create memorable moments for your audience. It helps you engage them into the topics that you're trying to produce for them. So having that intricate personality type is really beneficial to your channel and builds a storyline that can create emotions that your viewers want to spend their time watching you. One key component that you must understand when creating your persona is that you can't please everyone. You're not gonna make everyone happy. No one's gonna. You just really can't do it. There's no other way to say that. You just can't please everyone. So just focus on one thing and one thing only. It doesn't mean that your channel has to really focus on one thing and one thing only. Ideally, no more than 2 things would be best for your channel, but preferably one subject per channel until you build the following and then people don't care what you really do because they love you so much. But for your personality type, you just stick with one. Just stick with one. When creating a persona, you want to think about creating personal backgrounds. In this personal background, you want to have covers a few different things. So your age of your character that you're trying to portray, whether it be your actual age or a hypothetical age for your character. You want the status of your person or your persona. So whether they are a student, they are a working professional, or something like that along those lines, a stay-at-home office worker, I don't know, anything like that, a cat mom. You need to have some kind of status, and that kind of also help build the rest of your theme to your videos. And then also like adding an occupation sometimes might actually benefit to kind of giving your character or your persona to be more lifelike and relatable to your audience. So I know that this doesn't really have to do with building a persona, but once you finish creating your persona, you're gonna need a software that's going to help to build your bring your character to life. So using softwares like VCFace or 310A is a great source to help do that. Checking out places like Booth also has different places where you can find software or backgrounds like this one to bring your character to life. Obviously, there's a learning curve of what you can and cannot do in these softwares, which is I'm still on a regular basis still trying to figure out, because they are so intricate and like I don't even know the capacity of what these things have to offer, which is kind of fun because I mean, like, you always get to learn new things. Like, I didn't know I could put my character in this room and have her interact with different features around me, or even just having something that can track your hand motions. This is just a great component to want to consider when creating your character. Like, do you have the flexibility to do that? Are you willing to pay extra money for this, or are you just going to leave it as your hands are staying idle by your side, which is totally fine. Even with having your hands staying idle to your side, you can still have your character rotate and orbit around the scene, kind of like, or at least use your camera to orbit around the scene and still kind of get that concept that they're in a room. So these are just like fun little things to think about when creating your character. There's other components to building a persona, but for YouTube purposes, I think these are the main ones that are most important to kind of focus on. And I hope that has helped you, and we shall see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye.